Hey guys, we are back with some more San Jose Sharks franchise mode, and last time we got eliminated in the first round by the Vancouver Canucks, and we are going to be starting our rebuild here in San Jose because we're just, one, we're too old, two, we have no prospects, and three, we got eliminated in the first round. So, and that should not have happened with that team that we had. So it's clear that something needs to happen here in San Jose, and the rebuild is pretty much the only way to go from here. So, but that being said, pretty much everybody and anybody that has any sort of value is getting traded in this episode, with the exception of Joe Thornton, because I want to hear what you guys have to say about the Joe Thornton situation, whether he should stay in San Jose for the rest of his career but not win a Stanley Cup, or be shipped off to a contender where he actually has a chance to win the Stanley Cup, because if we're being real here, we have no shot to win the Cup in the next probably 3 years, I would say at least, right? So I want to know what your guys' opinion is on Joe Thornton. And if we keep him, I would be inclined to play him on a line with Kirk Colaiacovo, assuming we are able to get that first overall pick. So let's go to the draft, not wasting any time here. And I actually already have a trade in mind for what might work out for the first overall pick from the LA Kings. Now, let's see. All right. They don't want to get rid of it. Well, that makes sense. They're a rebuilder. Let's check out the roster, actually. So they got Kopitar. So it's not like they don't have any pieces to where they can't be competitive if we give them, you know, a bunch of core players. Well, I wouldn't say a bunch, but, you know, a few. So Jeff Carter, Kopitar. So, yeah, it's not like they couldn't be competitive if we gave them. All right, so the defense might need a little bit of work there. But they still got Jonathan Quick. He's 33 years old. So, okay, so here's what I had in mind. So, obviously, we would add in the first-round pick, which is already there. So we don't have to add it in. But what we're adding in on our side would be our first, which is 21st overall. The later second that we have, that's not from Chicago, so the 52nd pick. And then what we're also adding will be Tyler Toffoli. And then heading over to the defenseman. So Tyler Toffoli is heading back to LA, assuming this trade goes through. And Torrey Krug and Marc-Edouard Vlasic. So we are not going to be, I hope that we don't have to give up Burns or Pavelski or Jones in this trade, because honestly, if I'm being honest, this might go through. This very well might go through. They want the first, our first. They want Toffoli. They want Krug. They don't want Vlasic, but Vlasic makes their defense much better along with Krug, and then Toffoli gives Kopitar and Carter a winger to play with. So maybe if they're given this much, maybe they go out to, you never know, maybe they go out to free agency and pick up a winger, another winger to play alongside of Carter, you know, assuming they put Toffoli with Kopitar, right? So, I mean, I think even though the LA Kings are rebuilding, this trade could work out for them. You never know. And you know what? If I'm the LA Kings here, I like this trade, but you know, I think there needs to be something else, like a contingency involved. So I actually I got an email from the GM of the Los Angeles Kings, Rob Blake, I believe it is, and here's what he said. We can live with what is being offered for now. However, given that the top prospect in the draft this year is slated to be a franchise potential forward, we feel we need to add a little contingency to this trade. The contingency is that we want a first-round draft pick for next year's draft if one or both of the following happens. The LA Kings do not make the playoffs this upcoming season, and or Kirk Colaiacovo scores at least 60 points for the San Jose Sharks this upcoming season. So, presuming that we get this first overall pick, basically, if either of those things that I just explained happens, we would have to give up a first-round pick. Not necessarily our first-round pick for next year, because our first-round pick will be obviously really, really valuable. But here's where I'm going with this. So, assuming that we don't have to give up Burns or Pavelski or Jones in this trade, then you know what? We can trade one of them for a low value first round pick trade them to a contender, get a bunch of prospects and a first round pick, and then if either of those things happen, then we can trade that low value first round pick to the LA Kings and say for like a 7th or something, or nobody prospect. And if neither of those things happen, then we get to keep the first round pick. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I'm going to accept the details of that contingency. So the LA Kings have accepted our trade. That is beautiful. We now have the first overall pick. And boys, I don't need any time for this. I already know who we're picking. It's got to be the man, the myth, the legend, the American sniper, Kirk Colaiacovo. Welcome to the San Jose Sharks, and he is a medium franchise, 81 overall. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this guy. Third line scoring forward already. And, whoa, okay. Look at this. Look at this. He has got... Look at this. He's got 80s everywhere besides poise, face-offs, and fighting skill. But, you know, you don't really want your franchise forward sniper fighting any, or if at all. But look at this. Look at this. He's got puck skills all in the mid-80s or higher, shooting high 80s, skating mid to high 80s, senses. He's got an 84 discipline, 87 offensive awareness. That's brilliant to start out his career. 75 for poise, so he's already kind of there. And then defensively, 84. He's no slouch here. And he's a face-off taker as well. He can take face-offs in this game. 75 is actually not that bad for a face-off rating. And then shot blocking 80, so he may need to work on that a little bit. But you know what? Stick checking 84. He could be a penalty killer of the future too. This guy is an all-around franchise sniper. I know I've been talking really fast here, boys, but bear with me. This guy may be honestly, I never thought I would say this, but this guy may have just dethroned Reed Hensick in his spot as the reigning best computer-generated player to be drafted on this channel, because, oh man, Kirk Colaiacovo. And he's not too bad physically either. He's got an 84 aggressiveness, 82 body checking, 85 durability, and 80 strength. So this guy, he is, man, that's a massive pick for the San Jose Sharks. And, I mean, when you consider his height, I mean, you could say that that'll hinder him a bit, but does your height really matter when you have a franchise tag on you? Like, oh, man, beautiful pick. Beautiful pick by the San Jose Sharks. Whew. Okay, let's get through the rest of the draft here. We're already like 8 minutes into this video, so I don't want to take too long, but what a beauty of a pick right there. What a beauty of a player. Just, yes. Okay, the rebuild is already off to a fantastic start, boys. So here's our actual no, because our second round pick was the one we traded to LA. This is Chicago's second round pick, I believe. So let's try to get a defenseman in here now. Torsten Obergauer, 18 years old, top 6 defenseman. Didn't have him scouted any, but I might take him. Let's sort by potential just to take a look at what's available. Ooh, we could get this exact top 4 defenseman going in the second round, but yeah, it is the second round, so you know what? I might take this guy, Graham Clarkson, two-way defender, 19 years old, right-handed. It looks to be about maybe in the mid-60s. 6'5", so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take Graham Clarkson, medium top 4. Yeah, all right, 56 overall. So he's gonna take a little bit of time, but that doesn't matter. We finally have a prospect defenseman in there, and let's see, LeBanc and a 4th for a 3rd. No, thank you, not gonna do that. I don't really see a need to move up from the 4th round to the 3rd round. And trading Kevin LeBanc, which is one of our only young players currently, at least currently on our roster. Okay, so let's sort by potential again, see what's out there. Got some high top 4s here, but they're 7th and undrafted, so I'll save this guy, Yoshida and Donovan, for later. Maybe they're 6th and 7th round if they're still there. They'll probably still be there. I'll take Yoshida in the 6th round and Donovan in the 7th, because I just have this feeling that that's going to turn into like a low 7th or something, because that can happen in this game. So it's not necessarily going to be a top 4 player. So I think what I want to do first, I'll take this low top 9 guy, Eskalinen, Tony Eskalinen, 6'4", 209 from Finland. Let's see what he is. He's a medium bottom 6 power forward. Not the worst thing in the world, but could have been better. Round 5, let's see. Let's go for the medium top 9 two-way forward, Voinov. Let's see what he is. Medium bottom 6. Okay. So yeah, another bottom 6 player right there. Let's take, with this pick, let's take that high top 4 defenseman that we saw earlier. Let's take Donovan. Or no, he was the undrafted one. Let's take your shit at first, and then we'll take Donovan with the next pick. Yeah, low top 6. That's what I figured. So I mean, still not a bad pick. Just, you know, not as hyped up as the draft has him made out to be. So I'm gonna take that other high top 4 defenseman, see what it turns out to be, but I'm not expecting too much. Let's see. All right, low top 6. So that's good enough for now, but would have liked some better quality players. This should be the last pick that we have, I think. And let's you know what? Let's get an exact fringe starter, because goaltenders tend to have higher value than skaters. Especially when they're an NHL potential. So, yeah, let's take the exact fringe starter, 51 overall. So, I mean, he's probably not going to be playing for us anytime soon, if at all. But, you know what? The important thing in this draft, we got the franchise forward, Kirk Colaiacovo. All right. Already a good start to the rebuild. A great start to the rebuild, I might say. And, we're going to have to trade Burns and all of them in free agency, because I actually forgot that my plan was to trade them in the draft. But we'll work it out in free agency. No worries, boys. I think it's better to do that in free agency anyway, because the main trade already happened in the draft. So yeah, Logan Couture. I mean, we're just gonna have to release him. We can't even, like, we're gonna probably have to offer him $1 or $2 mil more than he wants, and that's just not. I mean, we're becoming a rebuilding team, so he probably wouldn't even want to stay here anyway. So Couture, see you later. So let's see who else needs to be signed, and yes, we will sign Kirk Colaiacovo right away. Medium franchise, 81 overall. That's such a good player. All right, hopefully we could keep him for the entirety of the GM mode. I'm gonna get rid of these yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these 20-year-old bottom 6 players. We don't need them. I don't need this guy either. I don't need Sorensen. Clean up the garbage. Release him. Heed might be able to keep him. Donskoy. Klemevsky, he's got the low top 9. I'll sign him. Because we desperately need those young players right now. A high AHL top 6, you know what? That might not be bad, especially just for trade value. Because high potential, even if it's an AHL potential, might be, you know, worth something. Ryan, let's see. He is a minor top 2. Not going to sign him yet. Timo Meier, got to sign him. I'll give him 2.75 for 2 years. And Kevin LeBanc, let's see, what does he want? He wants a one-way deal, 2 years. Yep, that looks good to me. Brodzinski, don't need you. Release. And let's see, Donskoy. You know what? He could help out with Colaiacovo. He's not that old. He's only 27. And it's not like he's that expensive either. It's only 2.8. So we'll take that. Ryan Carpenter doesn't want to re-sign. I'll release him. No use in having that. All right, let's see. Anyone else? No, that is it in terms of going down the list of players. So who else do we still need to sign? We'll sign DeMello. There you go. Chartier. I don't know how you exactly pronounce that name, but there you go. High potential. Barclay Goudreau. I mean, he might be useful. 4th line forward. Yeah, we'll offer him a contract. One way. I'll give him 1.2 for 2 years. And Haluka. Yeah, I think I saw him. He led the team, the minor league team, in scoring last year. So yeah, two-way deal. We'll sign him. Ryan, yeah, we'll sign him. And then I mean, we may as well sign this guy as well. Two-way. It's not like any of our young players are ready just yet. I mean, would we be destroying Clarkson if we played him right now as a 56 overall, or is it like, does he need to be signed in order to get better? I'll leave Clarkson unsigned for now, but you guys let me know in the comments what we should do about Clarkson, because he is currently, I believe, our only top 4 defenseman prospect. Yes, he is, and he's the second best prospect right behind Colaiacovo. And we got 2 medium fringe starter goaltenders, Savage and Hino. So, and I mean, they're both in their I was about to say early 50s, as in like early 50s, like age wise, but no, they're low 50s overall wise, 51 and 52. So we might want to think about trading them, maybe packaged together, maybe for like a starter potential goaltender. I don't know. Let me know on that. And yeah, that is it for unsigned. Let's see. UFA looks good. Besides Grosnick, but we can release him. He is garbage. Let's see. RFA Saros. Yes, I want to release. Not release it. I want to sign Saros. Hopefully we get him 1 mil. Bibo, yeah, I'll sign him as well. He's got the high potential. 25 years of age. Maybe I can use him as a little bit of trade bait there. And skaters. I believe that is everybody. So let's back out here, and let's see who we got, who we didn't get. And then we'll move on to free agency, and then that'll actually, you know what, we'll trade all the other players that we haven't traded in the next episode. So, because that'll kind of give me a little bit of time to figure out trades anyway. And I mean, it'll also give you guys some input on who we should trade them to and all. If we should trade them to contenders, or I mean, regardless, we're gonna have to trade one of them to a contender for the pick for LA, just in case we need it, right? So Meyer rejected. And I don't know why it took me so long to get through those notifications there. But let's see, 29 mil left in cap. Yeah, that should not be a problem for the San Jose Sharks for quite a few years now. And it appears Meyer is the only one who went unsigned. So yeah, let's try to get him signed, and let's move on to free agency. Yeah, I'll just give him what he wants. Sure, I have no problem with that. So let's see what he says. Advanced day, and accepted. There we go. Just gave him what he wanted, and he accepted. So I believe that is it. So let's move on to free agency. Let's see who's there, and then you guys can input on what we should trade for our older guys like Pavelski, Burns, and Jones. And also let me know what we should do with Thornton. I'm actually going to have a straw poll in the comments or in the description, or both, or whatever. I'll also have it on the Discord server, which will also be in the description as usual. So check that out. And it is July 1st. So let's see who is in free agency. As Brent Burns is not going to be our point scoring leader for too long. Ooh, McAvoy. McAvoy is in free agency. Boston was not able to sign him, it appears. This is an RFA. What's the RFA rule for 88 overall? Isn't it like a first round pick or something? That might be a little that might be risky, because if it's our first round pick especially, and our first round pick might be really good next year. Because I'm not going to be signing any veterans here, or at least any good veterans like Pacioretty or Panarin or Couture. You know, that's just not going to happen. They're going to want to go to contending teams. But, you know, maybe we get a good passer for Colaiacovo to work with, and then a good defensive forward, someone big who can rough up the other guys. That's what I'm looking for. Like a good passer who is not that expensive and who isn't expecting to be playing first line minutes, you know. Just someone who can help out the development of Colaiacovo if Thornton is indeed leaving for a contender. And honestly, if it was up to me, I would trade Thornton to a contender because I feel like he wants the Stanley Cup and he deserves the Stanley Cup, and it's just not going to happen here in San Jose. So let me know what we should do about that. If Thornton stays, then he can play on a line with Colaiacovo. I have no problem with that. But if he goes, then we need to find someone in free agency to potentially dish the puck over to Colaiacovo a lot, because I want him having the best rookie season. I mean, even though the LA Kings, one of their requirements was that if Colaiacovo scores at least 60 points for us this upcoming season, then we have to give him a first-round pick. I don't care about that. I care about the development of Colaiacovo, and so just let me know on that, guys. And Timo Meier will also be playing some good minutes as well. Actually, his passing rating is pretty good, but it's his offensive awareness that's kind of dragging him down there. Let's see, Hurdle. Would Hurdle be able to play with? Yeah, I think we could put Hurdle on a line with Colaiacovo, maybe. I don't know. You guys got to let me know, and I'll see what we could do in free agency. But I'm going to show you guys free agency one more time, and then I'll show you the trade block, and then we'll end things off, just so that you guys can get an idea of what is available and what's not. So if we take a look at the list, ignore basically this first page of players, because those are players who are going to be signing with, all the contender teams. We are not contenders. So maybe someone like Nick Shore. Yeah, maybe Verbata, because he's got a good offensive awareness, good passing. He could help out Kirk Colaiacovo with the passing and such. That could be an option. And then maybe get a tough guy. I said tough guy, and then I clicked on Caglin. Oh, goodness. Brian Boyle. Ooh, Brian Boyle. Yeah, he's nice and big. 6'6", 244. And then a decent... Oh, yeah. He could be a perfect center for Colaiacovo. I mean, not perfect, because he wouldn't... the ideal center would actually be the playmaker, in my mind, and then the other winger would be the power forward. So we're really looking just for depth players who can help out offensively and defensively and cover our rookies' mistakes. I mean, there's no doubt we're going to be a bad team, right? But it's just like maybe Derek Pouliot as well, right? He's a UFA too. Ooh, Derek Pouliot. Yeah, that'd be a good one. So we get a lot of options here is what I'm saying. I know my commentary has been all over the place in this one, but that's what I was trying to say. So let me know about free agency. Man, this is a long video, 25 minutes. Okay, so let's just go through the trade block really quickly, and then I'll end it off. So what is going on here? Oh, was that edit trade block that I clicked on, or? Yeah, browse trading block. Okay, there you go. I clicked on just trading block. So Anaheim, Comtois, I'm looking more for players here. I mean, we could go for picks too, but we're kind of looking for players to help out with Kirk Colaiacovo mainly. So the Ming, Shattenkirk, not Kevin Shattenkirk, Carlo McAvoy as well. So he's actually he was a qualified RFA, I believe. Then, yeah. So we could technically trade for McAvoy if we wanted to, but then we would have to negotiate his contract. Carolina, nothing. Hossa, Anisimov, Panic. Again, if you guys see anything that looks good to go along with our plan, let me know. Radulov, Shiasenhelm, Glendening, Sekera Russell. Let's see who else. Tippett. He might be good. Only 20 years of age. First round picks from the LA Kings. Yeah, so see what I mean? The LA Kings have first round picks on their block now. So maybe with that trade, they're turning into contenders all of a sudden. Or at least hopefuls. So New York, Nashville, New Jersey, Green, and Lovejoy. Ottawa, Philly, Stellars, Letestu, and Filppula. Nothing there in Pittsburgh. Let's see. Tampa, Radish maybe. Marleau and Versteeg. We kept Marleau back to San Jose. I don't know. Edler, Delzato, and Vegas. Picks, Washington. Nothing really. Well, Johansson and Johansson and Bouchard. They got good potential. And then Winnipeg, Hutchinson. So got a lot of options there. Let me know on what we should do with free agency and with the trades. And I will see you guys in the next one.